Hello, Atlanta. This is Loco, live in the studio with WREK. You just heard Internet Islands on Live at Rec on WREK Atlanta. I'm currently live in the studio, about to conduct a little bit of an interview with the band. Okay, everyone can hear themselves?
Check.
Awesome. So yeah, let's, who are Internet Islands? Like, let's get a little bit of a bio.
I've just been adopted, so I don't know.
Okay. Who
I
are
think
the founding
gotta
members?
kick it off.
Let's do a roll call. Who's in the studio right now?
I'm Ari Meyer.
Ari Meyer, okay.
Keyboardist.
I would say I'm the founder
The
of
founder.
the band.
Okay.
Keyboardist and founder.
Keyboardist / founder.
That's right.
Awesome.
Noise maker.
Noisemaker.
Yeah, and Ari picked up Matt, I think, first off of Craigslist.
Okay, yeah, that's a little bit of background. This band was actually formed on Craigslist in, I think, 2019, correct?
Correct.
Awesome. Wow. So fairly recently. Okay, so next was Matt. Matt, who are you? Let's get an intro over here.
I'm Matthew Patino. I play guitar in Internet Islands.
Okay.
Was the eldest member next to Ari.
Okay.
Yeah.
What year was that? Like 2 years ago now?
Right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Whenever that was.
Wow. Interesting timing. You said Ryan was next? Let's get a sound off.
I'm Ryan. I play bass and sort of resident tech and gear nerd, I guess.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know if you guys you obviously couldn't see it, those listening on the radio, but they came in with quite impressive gear. This is a very geared out, spec'd out band, and you can hear it in their sound. Yeah, definitely they have a very professional sound. So, okay. We have two more members we have not introduced. Let's get down the line before I start asking some questions.
Sweet. I'm Anderson, the drummer.
Anderson,
I also was next up Craigslist guy. They had some cool bands listed on there, and I just hit them up and showed up. And then...
I'm Miyon. I'm the lead singer. I joined the latest. I joined last August, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Awesome. Yeah, so that's the whole band. We just did a little bit of a roll call. So yeah, I was kind of hinting at it and I explained it a little bit, but can you guys describe the process of what it is to be a band and meet on Craigslist? Because that's something that's happening more and more, and it's been happening, but especially right before the pandemic. Do you have any stories regarding that? Or?
Well, I've had other bands and I've started them on Craigslist. And what my wife, she required that I meet everybody in a public place.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's the biggest thing with Craigslist, right?
I would have to send the message over, okay, I hope you don't mind, you got to meet at the QT.
Yeah.
And I get a full energy feel for you, make sure you're not crazy or whatever. So that's pretty much the process.
Okay, cool.
I met Ari at a Kroger nearby.
Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so funny. And what were these
Starbucks.
individual meetings, or was this a group meeting? How does this work?
It's kind of like we say what's up, and
Okay, cool.
make sure we aren't going to murder each other, and then
Yeah.
Right.
head to his house. Yeah.
Do you do like a little sound check beforehand? Like, can you really play? And you just pull out the instruments in the parking lot and make sure everyone is not lying about their profile? Is that
Well, we kind of, our
Legit check.
process to get you in, we made people like audition. Like
no way.
we've had a lot of people come in and try to get in the band, but
Definitely.
yeah, we kind of make them submit stuff to get in there in the first place, and so by the time we show up in person, we kind of know what it's about.
Okay, very cool. Yeah. And I could definitely tell like you guys are all on the same page when you're playing. That's something that I noticed very early on when I was listening to your stuff. Let's talk about the set list a little bit. You kicked it off with 4 familiar tracks, I think. That was 4.
Yeah, that's the 4 that's available.
Yeah,
on
so
the
that's all on internet streaming. A little bit of theme in the naming convention. I've been wanting to ask about that. Does anyone have the backstory?
Yeah, that's me actually. So me, Matt, and Ari jammed out when we first got together. Some random day we did like 7 songs.
Wow.
And I put them together into like a little EP just for us to know what it was. And I named it Random Monster Names because I needed a list of things to name it. And so we had Dracula, Chupacabra, Bigfoot, Loch Ness, Kraken, and then through time, these 3 are the ones that made it up.
Okay, nice. Yeah, and so with those names, when you were writing the songs, did you have lyrics in mind, or was that just all instrumental basically at that time?
I think at the beginning it was real raw, like the name attachment to the music, and the music changed a lot until the end, but the name kind of guided the songs. Definitely,
yeah. That's what I was going to ask, because a lot of the lyrics of the songs kind of steer towards the naming convention, and you guys want to check those out. Not only do they have the songs are on streaming, but there's also on their YouTube. I found it helpful. There's some lyric videos as well. So definitely check that out. That's Internet Islands on YouTube. But let's talk about those last three. Those are brand new. I'd never heard of them before. I don't think they were anywhere. Any leaks are out there floating around of Internet Islands. So those are on release?
We're currently working on them. Got a pretty solid idea of what we want to do. We just have to get in the studio and put it together. So they should be out soon.
Yeah, the first one and the last one were kind of written on the first day when Miyon came to audition. Those two songs kind of came out. Well, did Puppy Dog come out? Puppy Dog wasn't part of that.
Puppy Dog was a little bit later.
Okay.
Yeah, but the first one was just a jam that we pretty much did exactly the way we played it. I mean, with some tweaks to the arrangement, but we pretty much did it that way the very first time she came in. And then Desert Cholera is a much older song that has gotten reworked a couple of times, I think.
You said that was Desert Cholera?
Yeah, that was, that was like the middle, yeah. And, yep.
Okay, nice. I mean, you can't just drop that name and then not explain that part. Did somebody get Desert Cholera? Is this a disease or?
I think when the pandemic first started and everyone was losing their minds, they didn't know what to make of it. You know, we took a break and just trying to be productive. I just, tried writing music, and I wrote that riff, and it had a sort of like just desert spaghetti western vibe, and disease was on my mind. So it's just Desert Cholera, which I don't even think makes sense because isn't cholera something related to moisture? Maybe, I don't know. But,
yeah.
It doesn't really need to make
Very
sense.
cool, very cool. Yeah. And that's something that, this band definitely, for me in 2019 and already being online, what was that like going from probably in person to, did you have in-person rehearsal or how did that work?
Yeah, we took a 3-month break where we just didn't talk to each other when everything got locked down. And then I remember sending a text that like Internet Islands needs to reunite or something. Yeah. Some goofy text. And then we all just kind of showed up and started playing again.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was a hard time for everyone. So I can see why there was a brief pause there. But I know on your YouTube you had a couple of videos of you guys like sending like layers of tracks to each other. Something like working from home or something. That was really cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I saw that. Yeah.
A little kind of behind the scenes.
On on how each song is layered. A lot of our listeners, especially for WREK, are actually musicians themselves, whether they're tech students or Atlanta-based. So I make sure to ask questions. I think they'd want to hear the answers too. So how does the band keep in touch? Do you guys probably have a big group chat now or something, right? Originally, was there something different? Was there Discord in use or?
We never used Discord, just basic text.
Okay.
I've used Slack in the past with other situations, but I think it works with us and do a duo call,
Yeah.
We go crazy with the Google Drive too.
Google Drive? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's the backbone of Internet Islands, really.
Yeah. That would make a lot of sense. So do you upload what's your ratio like in-person rehearsal to more like sending each other tracks? I know it's hard to get full band.
I mean, they kind of link together. I mean, usually before we get together for a practice, we'll be independently working on music that we send back and forth. So it just kind of goes back and forth. And then, we always record our practices. We record all the instruments. So we can take ideas from that. And, typically Ryan will take the whole practice, rehearse it. We listen back to it, talk about what we like, talk about what we don't like. But yeah, technology and recording's a really big part for us.
Yeah.
We never paid to be in a professional studio. We've everything we do, just home studio environment.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, you definitely have brought the home studio with you for this performance.
Yeah.
I think the people watching online probably saw that through our live stream. You guys all got in-ears and you all had a great setup, really great setup. Probably I don't want to come out and say it without bass, but in the recent memory, I think it was probably the best like band setup in terms of tech specs we've had. So very impressive for real.
Shit.
And it translated fantastically. Yeah. So you guys are obviously a fairly busy band. You got some music in the works. So is there anything coming up in the future that we should the listeners should be notified of, or any releases on the radar? Or?
Yeah, there'll be a song coming out maybe in the next month or so. The release schedule is like around 2 months. Is kind of
cool. Yeah, no rush, of course. Yeah, but
one of those 3 that you heard tonight definitely is
Okay,
going to be
cool.
on the
Awesome.
release.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm hinting at. I don't want to force it. I don't want to,
Songs coming out or not?
Yeah, exactly. I don't
I
want
think
to ask
Desert
any
Hollow
hard questions.
might be the one.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. I like the sound of that one. But yeah, what do you guys have any musical inspirations in terms of like this
Yes.
like specific sound? Okay.
I would say Radiohead is one of my biggest. Grizzly Bear,
Oh yeah.
Deerhoof,
Yeah.
Bjork.
Really? Okay. I can kind of
Yeah.
definitely. I can kind of hear that. Yeah.
Who do you like, Miyon?
Lately I've been really into Biba Doobie. I think she's really cute. I like her kind of early 2000s rock
Yeah.
pop style.
Definitely. Okay, interesting. So we're piecing through so far. We got the keys. That was Ari over there. And then next, the lead singer. I'm kind of piecing together the songs now. I can hear where the influences are. Okay, interesting. Anybody else have any they want to mention? Any inspiration?
I'm a big fan of Foles. That's kind of what made me start playing drums. And I based everything like who were they inspired by? I kind of just went and learned all the stuff. So I like a lot of the bands that Ari likes, but I like the bands that like them. So
Yeah. Okay.
it's like second generation.
Exactly.
radio
Second
bands.
generation. Yeah. Okay. I got you. Very cool. Yeah, I can kind of hear that with the patterns. Or like I like the intensity of the drums. That's something that's always drawn me into you guys' tracks. So.
Sweet, man. Yeah,
I like
appreciate
that. Yeah, definitely. It meshes well. They're just kind of inspired by all music or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I like everything. I like a lot of the minimalist composers, like Philip Glass.
Oh, nice.
Cinematic music. I like Blonde Redhead a lot. I think I hear a little bit of that in what we're doing.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I think you guys definitely do have your own unique style. It's not too heavily influenced by any one band, which is very cool. Very cool. I think that's something hopefully the listeners picked up on. With the releases on the radar, I want everyone to, if they want to, keep an eye out for a track in the next couple months. But the new track, which was Space Cape, had just come out in the past month. So what was that like, kind of like switching up? It's not those original songs anymore, the 3 that came from that recording session. But how did you guys decide to like pivot from those and start writing new?
I will say this. We probably have about 200 soundscapes.
Wow.
Just from random jamming. And so it was kind of like out of that, one of those, where we can, in one session, just, in the beginning of practice, we'll jam out 10 songs and then go back and say, hey, we like this one. Let's see what we could do with it.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. And there was one song, I think it was, okay, so now I'm familiar with the whole desert is kind of familiar to me. That song Desert Boy. I know I found that today on the YouTube. I enjoyed that one. Is that a different song?
That's one of the improvs. Like
that was complete improv.
That's just there.
That's just one of the many improv. Wow.
That's one of the many, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've been in a million bands, and I've never been in a band that we are in each other's heads. Like the improvisation is sick.
Yeah, like Space Cape, all the arrangements mainly and the structure was brought about on the improv. And so that's kind of like what we'll go to is whatever we felt that day.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, wow. Is that the same back there down the line? You guys feel you're in each other's minds?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely chemistry.
That's okay.
That, when you've been in a lot of bands, like, you can tell when people are on the same page or not.
That's awesome.
So...
Yeah, go on Craigslist, guys. You might just find your next band. This is a great story. Wow.
Well, there's like a lot of people that like didn't work out too. But,
oh yeah.
You gotta kind of weed through.
Yeah. I mean that as well. But if you're willing to put in the work.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. So okay, guys. Well, our hour's kind of winding to the end. Does anyone have anything in particular they'd like to say or put out there? Anything, personal projects or places to check y'all out?
Yeah, you can catch our music on all the streaming platforms, every single one, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. Instagram is where we put up a lot of our, behind the scenes material. You'll see you'll see you guys on there.
Oh yeah.
Day, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But that's basically where you can find us.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, happy birthday to my mother. Today is her birthday.
Yeah, there we go.
The best mom in
Happy
the world.
birthday.
I love you.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
From everyone here at WREK Atlanta.
You did a good job.
Yeah. So, yeah, I want to thank everybody for being in the studio today, for coming to play on Live Rec. It was a very enjoyable set. I know everyone was jamming in the studio. You couldn't obviously see them because they're out there mixing and mastering, but I know me and Nick were jiving along to each track. So I can't wait for what's to come with this band. Yeah, I actually found this band through the WRK Atlanta Instagram. I think I found Ari's personal account. So yeah, be on social media, y'all. You might find the next band you want to listen to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I do want to say thank you to Alex because you are the one that kind of got us out of the basement. This is our first show, so
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was so surprised. To the listeners, they informed me after the fact that this was their first show, after coming in with monitors, coming in with full setup and sounding like studio already, like right off the bat in this environment, which is definitely, this is student radio, and this is not our permanent home. We'll be in the new student center next semester. So I just want to say I appreciate you guys for coming with the professionalism and coming with the sound today, because you definitely delivered a very memorable set.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I've been a long time listener of WREK and love the station. This is my favorite. And this is like the ultimate thing to be able to play here for me.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. You're more than welcome anytime to come back. So definitely, you are definitely on the WRK radar.
Thank you.
After this set and all the stuff you've been putting out. So yeah, so thanks for being on the show. You've been listening to WREK Atlanta, 91.1 FM.
Yes.